All right, what's going on, dudes, and welcome to the first Minecraft snapshot for 1.10. Oh boy, do we have a lot to cover. Let's get into it. So we'll start off with probably the most striking new feature, which is auto jump. So I'm not going to press spacebar at all. I'm just going to walk right into these blocks here. I'm holding W, and up I go. Again, not holding spacebar at all. You should know by now I have the loudest keyboard in the world. You're probably going to hear it when I'm hitting spacebar. And I didn't. This is actually turned on by default now. Of course you can toggle it. It's not like permanently thrust upon you. You can go into your options, controls, and turn off auto jump, and it'll behave as it always did. Oh my goodness, though. I was playing earlier today with my mom. Made a video on her playing a PC game for the first time ever. And had I realized this was out, it would have made life so much easier. Anyway, auto jump, fantastic for new players. I can attest, because if this had existed, just me knowing about it a few hours ago, it would have been amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it back on. I don't know. I kind of don't mind it. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing, which is just a new block type. It's these bone blocks. The way you make them is simply, it's like a bone meal storage block, more or less. You put bone meal in a crafting table, 3x3, and you get a bone block. It's actually sort of similar to wood in the way that you place it down, in that it is directional. So here we go. You can see it's this is what was the top over here is now the side over here. So it's cool. Bone meal and stuff. Now, this actually does appear naturally in the real world. You'll notice I have an archaeological dig site here. Probably didn't spell that right, but I went into spectator mode and used the X-ray to find this. And these do occur naturally in the desert biome. You can find these little fossil things. That's what people are calling them, or little fossil structure generations. I dug this one out. It was totally full of stone and whatnot. It wasn't hollow, but this is what it looks like when you hollow it out. So pretty nifty bone meal blocks and fossil structures and things and stuff. Now, you may be wondering what these very interesting looking blocks are. They're in the command block family, in that you can't craft them, you can't get them in your menu here. You have to actually give yourself one of these using /give yourself Minecraft, and then it's called a structure, either structure block or structure void. They're both, well, these are all structure blocks here, and then the structure void is in here. So the way this works is that when you place the thing down, it defaults to this data thing right here, and then you can toggle it to the different modes, and that goes into all these things. Now, what they're used for is saving and copying and pasting structures. I'm gonna make a separate video on this, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. It should be out in a few hours, and I'll link it in the description as well, going into detail about how this stuff works, but that's their main use, and it gets a little bit in-depth, and that's why I'm going to separate it out into a new video, but they go along hand in hand with the structure void block, which again, I will get into, but not craftable. They're things you have to give yourself with a command, but they're pretty cool nonetheless, so stick around if you're interested in that sort of stuff. So let's move on to the new mobs. We've got 3 of them, which is really exciting. 2 of them are based on existing mobs, but then we've got the polar bear as well, which is brand new. So the stray is based off of skeletons, the husk is based off of zombies, and the polar bear is based off of polar bears. Wouldn't you believe it? So I'm gonna switch it to night. Actually, no, what we'll do is we'll start off with the husk, because the husk is like a zombie, except it seems to have this like covering thing on it, so it doesn't actually burn in the daylight, which is kind of nifty. Now the stray, on the other hand, I believe that he will burn, as you'll notice. It's definitely a thing that's happening. Anyway, what I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna switch on over into survival mode, and then we'll take this dude out. Now what happens is when he hits you, you actually get hungered. That's like his super duper perk thingamadoohicker, is that he'll hunger you for anywhere from, I think it's like 6 to 12 seconds or 6 to 20 seconds, depending on the difficulty that you're in. You can take him out, no problem, and you'll get your rotten flesh and stuff. Now, next up, we'll focus on the stray, which I already spawned, obviously, but he started burning up, so didn't pay too much attention. But now that it's nighttime, you can exist and hang out. He's kind of creepy. Skeleton with like super white eyes and stuff. It's like Herobrine fused with a skeleton, fused with some some cloth outfit and stuff like that. Anyway, let's switch on over into survival mode. Now, this guy, on the other hand, he actually shoots some slowness arrows at you. So when he shoots you, you're going to be slowed for quite a while. And he also loves to back up and strafe you as you're going after him. And let's just take him out. There we go. Now, when you kill one of these dudes, you have a chance to actually collect a slowness arrow, which is a nice perk for, you probably having taken quite a bit more damage while you were doing that whole thing, which is, anyway, a small consolation prize. But those are the new mobs. It kind of reminds me of corn and stray cats, like husk, corn, and stray cats, but that's their names. So now you know. All right, cool your jets. I know you've been looking forward to this. Polar bears. Desert polar bears. It's actually not a desert polar bear. You normally find these in a biome that has snow in it or ice in it. We happen to be in a desert, and I'm gonna use a spawn egg. So how's it going, man? You are really out of your element right now. But fortunately, he's cool. He's cool. The fur on him, totally not a problem. Not gonna overheat. You're fine living in the desert. Now, polar bears, they kind of exist. They do their thing. And they're neutral. So if I go into survival, right, like he's hanging out, not doing anything. Nothing's wrong over here, right? You're cool. Now, on the other hand, though, if I do punch you, then oh my God, I just will get like drop kicked into oblivion. He deals a lot of damage going on there. Now I'm actually curious, and I haven't tested this yet. Like if you have a polar bear cub nearby, I don't know. I wonder if they get protective of the polar bear cubs. Let's give it a little try on this thing. You're not still mad at me, are you? Okay, we're cool. Good. Just a mistake. I didn't mean to punch you before, but oh no, you're still mad. He's still mad. Okay, it's gonna be hard to test this then without. Let's grab a new polar bear maybe. And you're still mad. No need to still be upset. Are you? Oh, you're all mad now. Oh, everyone's mad. Everybody's angry. Okay, so either they have a pack mentality and they communicate their anger between each other, or the other one just got immediately extremely protective of the cub. Whatever the case may be, I need to hit creative and it's not working. Okay, this is a problem. Hit creative. Hit there we go. Okay. Lesson learned. Just leave the polar bears alone, okay? Just let them do their thing. They don't bother you, you don't bother them. Although if you do bother them and you do kill them, then they will drop fish. So it's like they empty the contents of their stomach, which is questionable of whether or not you'd really want to eat that. But that's what you get nonetheless. So anyway, polar bears, you find them in a cold place. And I forgot to mention with the husk, you find that in dry environments. And then I believe that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the strays you can just find wherever, unless they're both in hot, dry environments like deserts. Alrighty. All right, now I know you want me to get into this right here. Yeah, what's going on there? But I'm going to leave it for last because that way you have to stick around to the end. Okay, we're going to go into the Nether. Let's check out what we have here. Just a few new blocks. So this is the magma block. It's something that can kill you if you walk on top of it. But interestingly enough, if you sneak while you're walking on top of it, you're totally cool. It's odd, right? So let's switch on into survival here. I'm gonna walk onto it, which is probably not the best idea in the world, but it starts hurting me. But strangely enough, if I sneak, then we're all good. Don't ask me how the physics of that works. Couldn't answer that, but it's a thing. So it is what it is. Now we'll switch back on into creative real quickly. A couple new blocks as well. On top of the magma, we've got, this is the nether wart block. It's like a nether wart storage block, except it doesn't give you the nether wart back if you put it in the crafting table. You can't reverse the process. Looks like this. Kind of a cool little red looking doohickey right here. And then we've also got, and it's, again, based on nether wart, it's the red nether brick. So you just infuse some nether wart into the brick, and then you got some fancy looking reddish, more red brick. Yeah. Endermen also spawn in the nether. In case you didn't notice those guys, I didn't really comment on them, but they spawn in the nether, which is a new thing in 1.10. Small minor edition, but something to note nonetheless. All right. Let's head back. We'll we'll go and check out the thing that you're like, what is going on over here? See, initially you thought there was a barrier block under the horse. Initially you thought that, but then when I was running away from the polar bears, I like ran through there and I did this, and you're like, oh, what? What's going on here? What's this? What's happening here? What's happening here? What's happening here? What? How did that? What are you doing? Okay, that's odd. It is odd. It's very odd. Also, just incredibly slow walking. Look at those. Look at the legs. Look at the legs. Look at this. This is ridiculous. The jump doesn't really do anything either. Okay, we'll elaborate on the magic trick real quick here. By God, I love this. This is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing. This is the no gravity tag. So I have a command in here, /summon a horse, 2 blocks above the command block, but this horse has a no gravity property. Now I could spawn it higher above if I wanted to. I kept this horse there because I spent the time to tame it, but if we wanted a super duper floaty horse, I could do that. And now we have a super floaty horse over there, and I would have to tame it all over. You bet that horse is gonna stay up there. Can't really go anywhere, can't really do anything. Soon as you run into blocks over there, you're not going anywhere. But hey, you can use this to go across the ocean on a horse in the air. But want to know how else you can go across the ocean? In a frickin' boat that floats? You could call it a float instead of a boat, because oh my God, look at this baby purr. Oh God dang it, no! I didn't want it, stop it. Gosh darn it. It's not what I meant to do, is run into a frickin' cactus. Okay, there we go, yeah! And we're off again, woo! How about them apples, huh? How about, this is amazing. It's the greatest, possibly the greatest thing that's ever taken place in Minecraft, ever, in history. Yep. So here, let me show you the command for that one real quick. Summon a boat. Just summon boat with the gravity thing. Again, you can make it a freaking rocket ship if you want to do that. You can't even see it, but I bet you there's a rocket ship up there if I go high enough. Where's that rocket ship? Where's that rocket ship? I might have gone too far. Did I go too far? I think I've gone too far. Okay, maybe you can't do that. But anyway, it's pretty cool nonetheless. Let's see, a couple of super minor things to note. Mushrooms inside a dark forest, they're now a little bit taller than they once were. Also kind of a useful feature. Now you can do that thing that's usually in mods, but if you do F3 plus G, it'll outline chunks for you. So this would be the thing that, like, you know, F9 would reveal in things like Sky Factory and whatnot. But pretty cool, right? That you can now do that in vanilla. You can press it again in order to hide it, and there you go. Now, you may have seen the video I posted last night. If you didn't, you can go watch it. But there's a new village variety in town. And oh boy, does it work great when you put the lava in the blacksmith shop in wood. Oh, good. Oh, goody. It is funny. Some people are like, Jordan, are you hacked? You post a video with like no audio. It's just funny, okay? Does no one have a sense of humor that this is what generated naturally? No one has a sense of humor. Fine, okay. You also get these little grass paths in the village, which is kind of nice, but there goes the entire village. It's gone. The village is gone. The village is all over. It's going to burn down, and that's getting, poor villagers are all going to, there you go. You hear the sounds of their deaths. Now, also, haven't been able to find it yet, but the last feature that is here is that you can find surface level mine shafts in, I believe it's these biomes. Wouldn't it be funny if I found one just waltzing around right now? But my luck, that's probably not going to happen. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this snapshot. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in checking out, well, that specific video on the structure blocks, that will be up soon. Probably in like 4 hours from now. So if it's past 4 hours after this upload, you can go watch that. Link is in the description. And that's about it. Make sure to like if you like. Check the playlist in the description for more update videos. Subscribe for more. And goodbye, village. Goodbye, you.